First update on Cyclone Debbie, which is in the Coral Sea, first one of the season in this part of the world, off the east coast of Australia, and could be a significant problem for the eastern coast of Australia. Currently has winds of 50 miles an hour and a pressure of 991 millibars. Cyclone watches are in effect for Townsville and Mackay, and Cairns as well, I believe, all under a cyclone watch. Townsville is likely to be caught in the crosshairs, however, the storm expected to make landfall just south of there. At the moment it's out at sea and is likely to start towards the coast in the next few days, peaking as a category 1 or 2 hurricane or cyclone on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, category 3 or 4 on the Australian scale. Right now it's 34 miles south of Lihau Reef, 168 miles southeast of Willis Island and 302 miles northeast of Bowen. Debbie is a stage 3 on the CDPS scale, newly formed, but conditions near the centre could cause damage, and the wind field is pretty large on this one as well. Now we'll see what happens over the next few days as it moves towards land. You'll see here that by Monday at the latest, people will start feeling effects along the coast of Australia. From Bowen to Townsville in particular is what I'm looking at for potential worst effects of the storm in its eventual landfall. Landfall intensity at the moment, we're not exactly sure on how strong it will be, but we expect it's going to be way more than 100 kilometers per hour at landfall. So, cyclone watch is in effect from Cape Tribulation to St Lawrence in Queensland. Sea surface temperatures pretty high, 26 or 27, more than that, 28 or 29 Celsius, possibly 30 as it gets closer to land. Look at the wind shear amounts, very low ahead of the storm. That's going to be a problem potentially as the storm moves closer to land, could intensify significantly looking at that, though it is a pretty large storm, which means that intensification may not be as forthcoming as if it was a very compact system. And here it is. At the left-hand side of the storm, not too much going on with Debbie towards the left-hand side, which means that you're probably unsuspecting if you're along the east coast of Queensland, but out at sea there, especially on the eastern side of the storm, is where we're seeing most of the heavy weather. You can pretty well see the centre of the system there. It's not an eye, but it is the centre of the storm. You can see what the rotation is rotating around, so to speak, with those spiral bands looking pretty good. A pressure of 991 millibars recorded not too long ago. Elsewhere in the tropics, we've still got this little thing here, Cyclone Caleb, which formed yesterday and is still going somehow, despite trying to fend off high wind shear way off the western coast of Australia, out in the open waters of the South Indian. Moved towards the south of Christmas Island and is going to go towards the cyclone graveyard very soon indeed, as it continues its battle of wind shear. Most of the storm displaced to the left-hand side of the centre as a result of that wind shear, and it's probably going to give up the fight in the next 24 hours. Maybe it will hold on a little bit longer. And there's the full picture in Australia right now. We've also got that little system 92S, that invest off the coast of Western Australia, not likely to form. And there's Debbie on the right, huge compared to that little 92S system. So this is our 8th tropical storm so far, but it may knock it back down to 7 if it moves to the Category 1 area. And of course, for total cyclones around the world, we are up to 12 so far, slowly catching up to what is the norm. We'd probably expect these sort of totals around the end of February, maybe the beginning of March. So we're about a month behind right now. There we are, 12 for 2017 so far, 1900 with 31. Obviously so long ago, hardly any storms were detected because of the poor observations back then, so it's not really saying much once we do overtake that year. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com and its tracker at your service at any time. You can also find us on YouTube if you're not there already. Subscribe if not. And you can also find us on Facebook. Search Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to contact us on there. You can also talk to me on Skype. Fool13 is the handle, and at extension 9094 on Discord for Tropical Weather Chat.